only another thing. You okay. No more happening. You need a man, the man of my Saka, more than Saka. You know that you and you need a kiss from my and whatever back or let us see another day. Oh, my, what that's so I have to celebrate. You say the door, yeah, you the door, my boom, my be a one at you, the passer, your mother, the cow, you are the for my leave for one time. I step up on your one and they jack if I'm worthy, if one doesn't was say true. And if you need one, let me know if you say it, my body. You are chill, Shaka, of your was in here more Sunday. Sunday. What's the when chicken say, go, it's so classic. When chicken say, go, it's so fussing. Now every day, 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 oh, I dear go, you pay them, yeah, the elephant, catch the elephant, want to start my house so soon. As soon as they break, if you can't wait, they carry us through. As soon as they break, give me pressure. As soon as they break, give me pressure. Give me one for two to cool my temper. As soon as they break, give me pressure. They break again, down what's up. Somebody they steal and somebody they buy. Somebody they see what the same person is buy.
Musical. There are crowds in many places, in every community. No, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands. Call the right authority. Really can't take your law in. Crime stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a human target, I mean you check. You wait for your safety. If you see I don't keep it, I'm a part of it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-Omen, Omen Samsaya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all of us.
Rabbi, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of craft beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Garland Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going deep and deeper. Put it to Ichiki. Be that living sense in her.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayoba and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Garnersville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Sigma Compound on the Bushra Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886-512-379, 0777-512-379, or 0777-255-030, or email us Mayoba AYOUBAHS@yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayobaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride. A pleasant good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia. Welcome to the midweek presentation of the program from the Print News. It's good to be back here this beautiful Wednesday, the 30th of August, 2023. And Wendell, and I'm going to be here with our USA partner. And today's edition of the program, we will be playing host to the intellectual army of the Blue Revolution. They from district number 16. As a matter of fact, they are representing the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change. They are the intellectual army of Blue Revolution, CDC. And shortly we'll have them in our studio. After running few headlines for you, we'll go straight up to our studio guests. So let me leave Liberia now and usher in my USA partner, U-Turn Nicholas Dapana Smith. Good morning to you, U-Turn.
Good morning, Windia. And I want to say it's good seeing you back strong and healthy. Praise be to God. And also, I want to say good morning to the peace-loving people of Mama Liberia. I'm doing good, and we are back again to do the people's business. And always good being on the platform from the Print News. Yeah, we know there.
Yeah, I'm here. All right, so
okay.
That's it. That's the voice of Dapana. Dapana is there in California. And Dapana and I, Esther is not here now. I'm hoping to have Esther in our in the studio later. And there in the USA, our man Gus Comer. So this morning we have two local dailies here, and
we will be taking one or two stories from Dapana 24. So let me just run a few lines and then quickly go to our studio guests. They are here from the CDC, the Intellectual Army of the Blue Revolution. And shortly we will have them in our studio. They are from district number 16. All right, so folks, this morning, let's start up with the Hot Pepper newspaper. The motto says, "We too belong." And the editorial is saying Councilor Gloria Moses Scott, Alice Johnson, Gertrude Newton, and Rebecca Yonde Wisner, constitutional rights is the editorial. But let's take the banner story on the front page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. CDC begins door-to-door campaign in Montserrado County. And this story is on page 3 of the Hot Pepper newspaper. And another story here says, imminent threat on Joseph Boaka's life, Unity Party claims. After the video footage of Joseph N. Boaka departing the Rabas International Airport to an unknown destination surfaced on social media, allegedly first posted by investigative journalist Abraham Godson-Wian of Freedom FM, the Unity Party has begun to accuse President George M. Weah and the CDC government of tracking the movement of UP standard-bearer with utmost sinister motive. It therefore comes as no surprise that the government, this story is very interesting. So let's run to the continuation of it. Yeah, we are there. It says that government officials and surrogates of the CDC have been planted to propagate that GNB is sick and will die soon. The Rescue Mission campaign through its intelligence bureau has now determined that there is an imminent threat to the life of our standard bearer from the CDC and its government operatives. A UP release issued Tuesday stated, according to the release, on August 28, the Unity Party standard bearer and former Vice President of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Newman Boaka, Senior, took a break from the campaign tour of Montserrado County for a 3-day official visit to Ghana. Ambassador Boaka, popularly now known as Rescue One, departed the Rabas International Airport about 7 a.m. via ASCAI. Minutes after his departure, journalists from Freedom FM, owned by the Deputy Director of the National Security Agency, announced on the station that Ambassador Boaka has been hurriedly flown out of Liberia for emergency medical attention. Following the pronouncement from Freedom FM, scores of zealots of the Coalition for Democratic Change and officials of government, including the President aide, Sekou Kalasco Dimaro, and Deputy Finance Minister Samora P.Z. Wolokoli, flooded the social media pages and echoes of Joseph Boaka is sick. The Rescue Mission's campaign promptly refuted the claims of Sam Science, Freedom FM, and CDC zealots, including government officials, through a Facebook release by the national campaign spokesman, Mohammed Ali. The release observed moments after releasing false information to the public about GMB's health, that which has now become the only. Continuation of that story is on page 4. You can grab a copy of the Hot Pepper newspaper. A threat of change agenda coming hits at critics. So let's take you to the back page. On the back page, you see there, hope you can count on vote number 18, Weah Taylor 2023 is the only story. And these are some of the developments carried out by this administration. The completion of the Executive Mansion renovation, Liberia Petroleum Refining Company, LPRC headquarters, National Security Agency headquarters, National Port Authority headquarters, Liberia Maritime Authority headquarters, National Fisheries and Aquaculture, NAFA headquarters, Liberia Football Association headquarters, the City of Hope Orphanage Home, the Judicial Complex Courthouse in Riverside County, Foya City Hall in County, Central Bank of County, NASCOB Regional Headquarters in Bowman County, West Point Sports Center, Claratown Playing Page, the Invincible Sports Park, and many more. All right, Esther is just joining, and I'm so she's going to do for us the online, that's the Dapana 24. Manja Teocido. All right. So Daily Observer is our next presentation. NEC has received US 49.7 million for elections. Chairperson Lazana asserts, says voting will be manual, not biometric. Wow. The chairperson of the National Elections Commission, Madam Devietta Brown Lasana, has informed the Liberian Senate that the commission has so far received the amount of US 49.7 million out of US 53 needed to conduct the 2023 general and presidential elections, with an outstanding amount of US 3.2 million. The electoral body had earlier requested the amount of US 91 million, but convinced by the Minister of Finance and Development Planning, Samuel Toure, chairperson, Lasana and her team settled for US 53 million. Appearing with the NEC Board of Commissioners before the Senate Committee of the Whole on Tuesday, August 29, Madam Lasana also informed the Senate that continuation of this story is on page 10. Let's quickly make our way to page 10. It says, inform the Senate about, where is the end? Inform the Senate that a recruitment portal has been published for the recruitment of temporary staff, and data will be retrieved from the portal to determine the capacity of applicants to conduct the 2023 elections. Lasana further noted that the final registration roll, FRR, will be published and released to political parties in September, but failed to give a specific date. She indicated that while it is true that the voters' registration process was biometric, voting is going to be conducted on a manual basis. The NEC chair, however, stressed that no gadget camera will be allowed in the voting room in response to a query by Grand Bassa County Senator Yumli Lawrence as to why 93 precincts have exceeded the threshold of 3,000 in keeping violation of Section 4.3 of the elections law. Lasana conceded to violating the law. With regards to a query from Montserrat Senator Abraham Dillon as to who is the current head of the legal section, since Anthony T. Jallo did not meet the criteria of a counselor to serve as head of said department, the chairperson, Lasana, stated that the commission is working with external legal counselors or consultants to handle legal matters of the commission, concluding that hearing the president pro tempore of the Liberian Senate, Grand Crew County Senator Abachie, mandated the chairperson to appoint an acting head of the legal department within the period of 2 weeks. It can be recalled that during the commissioner's appearance earlier this year, the Senate requested to appoint a counselor at law by May 2023. Meanwhile, the Senate pro tempore, together with Senator Kanga Lawrence, chairperson of the Senate Committee on Rules, Order, and Administration, yesterday announced that the signing of the book of condolence for the late Bapolo County Senator Daniel Flomo Nathan will be opened on Thursday, August 31, while his remains will lie in state the following day in the rotunda of the Capitol. Funeral and burial rites for the late Senator Nathan are scheduled for Saturday, September 2. And that's the story there on the front page. NEC has received US 49.7 million for elections. Chairperson Lazana asserts, says voting will be manual, not biometric. Cummings gives hope to young graduates as AME ZU graduate 385. And B. Martin to invest US 520 million plus 400,000. That's 4 kid new jobs. Wow. B. Martin to invest US 520 million plus 4,000 new jobs as Senate holds hearing on company's amended mineral development agreement. And then lastly, for the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper, we need, you need to check the panel 24 quickly. All right. All right. So it says we need the private sector in emergency response. AFL Chief of Staff tells my watchman CEO looks forward to future collaboration. All right, so that's the front page, and that's all the story we can take from the front page. Let's quickly move you to the back page. Liberia needs US $4 billion to get electricity to every citizen. Who is saying this? Dr. Clarence Monaba asserts that the country's leadership must be changed now. And those are all the stories we can take. While Esther is still trying to get us the panel 24, we'll usher in our guests, the folks representing the CDC from the Blue Revolution. They are the intellectual army of the Blue Revolution of the CDC, and they are here from District number 16. So while Esther is getting prepped up, let's take a few bars of our theme song, and then we'll be right back with you.
All right, folks, a very pleasant welcome back from that short break. Let's quickly bring you Dakwana 24 this morning. And of course, this is one of the top stories we see on the Dakwana 24. Opposition Unity Party accuses authorities of unlawful release of Ambassador Bouakar's CCTV footage, alleges privacy violation. This is right here. Let's see some lines.
I ran that story already, so
okay, okay. Grand Bassa County Police Commander issues stern warning against electoral flyers destruction, vows swift action. Well, I think Wendell hasn't brought this one. So let's take some line. To uphold a peaceful electoral process, the police commander of Grand Bassa County has issued a strong warning to individuals who are involved in the destruction of candidates' flyers, cautioning that such actions may result in electoral violence. Commander William Johnson has made a commitment to apprehend and prosecute anyone caught engaging in such destructive behavior. According to various representatives and senatorial candidates, there has been a surge in incidents where their campaign materials, particularly their flyers, has been deliberately destroyed in recent weeks. In response to these concerning incidents, the county police commander has taken a proactive approach and addressed the issue and ensure a secure and equitable electoral atmosphere. During an interview with our reporter, the commander emphasized that tearing down election flyers not only constitutes vandalism but also poses a substantial threat to the democratic process. We aim to deliver a clear and unequivocal message to those responsible for tearing down candidates' flyers. Your actions are not only against the law but also have the potential to incite violence during this critical period. We would not tolerate such behavior, and anyone caught engaging in these actions will face severe legal consequences, the commander firmly stated. Well, let's see if we can bring you more stories from Dakwana 24,
Esther,
controversy. Yeah.
I want you to just refresh, and then that top story that will appear, you read it. That's it for today.
Okay.
Oh, just refresh and because our guests are already seated, so let's go to that
Yeah, like I
story.
said,
You
we
have
get
to
that one story.
recap.
That's it.
Yeah. So just recap and
Okay.
all right.
This is what police station set ablaze for the alleged Mumbo tickets.
The latest story. That Samuel Koga. That story has to do with Samuel Koga.
Guys, I'm finding it very difficult to locate latest. I don't know why. Okay.
Let me
Okay.
see what I can hook you up
Okay, I
from
see
here.
it.
All right. You there?
Yep, I see citizens.
No, not a story there. It's
But
not
this
it.
is latest, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
go to latest and just scroll.
Opposition parties in my history. You already done that. Well, I think
All
we
right.
have to retrieve.
So we haven't called we having problem in accessing that story. So in the meantime, we will get to it. We
Okay,
get
I have it
all
right
right.
here.
Yeah. All right.
So
Mm-hmm.
PUP National Chairman
I
Samuel
want respond
Kunga
that, man.
defies party. Yep, endorses Bwaka Kun ticket amid controversy. In a surprising turn of events, the national chairman of the People Unification Party has publicly endorsed the Bwaka Kun ticket, going against his own party's decision to support President Weah's re-election bid. Representative Samuel Koga, speaking to Prime News via mobile phone, explained his reasons for requesting support from his constituency in Nima County. Konga highlighted that ever since the PUP declared its support for the ruling Coalition for Democratic Change, the ruling party had failed to fulfill their promises of providing crucial assistance and logistical support for the PUP to effectively campaign for President Weah re-election. PUP National Chairman also disclosed that his decision to endorse the Unity Party's presidential candidate, along with his kinsman, Senator Jeremiah Kuhn, was driven by the overwhelming demand from the citizens of Nema County. He emphasized that the people of Nema County strongly urged him to support the Bwakakun ticket. Representative Koga further revealed that prior to the PUP decisions to support the CDC, Senator James Emmanuel Nukwe, the political leader of the PUP, and a senator from Akibi County, unilaterally endorsed the ruling party. Nukwe justified his decision by stating that President Weah was a longtime friend of his. This unexpected endorsement and subsequent justification have sparked a wave of controversy within the PUP and have left many questioning the Unity Party and coherence of the party's stance. As the political landscape continues to evolve, it remains to see how these endorsements will impact the upcoming elections and the overall dynamics between the PUP and the CDC. Well, so far, so good. That's the story right there. That's all we can take from our Dakpana 24 this morning. We will take a short break. When are we going to take break, Miles?
Yeah, sure. Let's just take a short break while I get this microphone thing set up.
Right.
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian.
Okay, folks, many thanks for rejoining us. And like we said in our studio this morning is the folks from the Intellectual Army of the Blue Revolution, CDC. They are from District number 16. So we'll give them the time. They will introduce themselves by names, and then they will tell us exactly what brought them into our studio. So let me start up with you from my far right. You tell us your name and yeah.
When they leave, we will get later.
Tapana, go ahead.
To this story. I said when they leave, we'll get
Yeah.
a few minutes to react to the story, right?
Maybe we would do that, but I know you want to speak to this Koga thing,
Yeah,
right?
that
Yeah,
story,
exactly.
yeah, but
So I
yeah,
think we should
really
let's
want to
go
speak
in.
to it.
Okay, so let me give you. Maybe you can take a few minutes and elaborate
Yeah,
before we go to our
just maybe
guest.
2 to 3 minutes. Just 2 to 3 minutes.
Go
You know,
ahead.
when you're
Go ahead,
when
Dapana.
we're
Go
talking
ahead.
about the deceptive nature of some of our politicians in our country, Samuel Koga is a deceptive man. He's a everything that he said in our interview is a bull crap lie. He lying from day one. He never wanted to support President Weah. He was never part
Hmm.
of no decision for the PUP to support. He was not in agreement with it. Just to get a record straight. 2017, he supported JMB. So it's not a screen news that he supported JMB today. PUP took the decision to support President Weah. He opposed it. He refused. It was not even a Senator Nuke decision. It was the executive committee decision to support the CDC. And at the end of the day, he objected to it, and then they expelled him. That's how can he ran to the court. But because they didn't want him rip and roll during election year, so that they said that for us not to take our focus on the re-election of President we will just go ahead and reinstate this man, because when they went to the court, they called them for conference and they told them that you need
Hmm.
to go settle. If you're going to settle, then we'll go and take the case and lift the case and move it up. So that how can they, in their knowledge, they said that okay, let me just leave his essential. He's just a one man suspension, and how can he became a chairman. And then this Samuel Koga man, always on the radio saying everything about the government. He 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 went on OK FM the last time when they don't threaten the CDC. He went there and started to support their own statement. Georgia had to deal with him. Georgia dealt with him. So they had to say the PUP start supporting President they're not living up to their promise. They're not giving in logistics. They're not giving support to the party. He had never been part of that agreement. He had never. The last one will carry a story here, just to close window. The last one will carry a story where the
Hmm.
bander carrying President Weah, a picture, and Joe Howard Taylor picture of the vice president.
Yeah.
It was by unknown men. You check it out. That man, he's part of it. He's responsible for the reason why that banner was torn down. So he had never been in support. He not in support of President Weah. So he should come out and say, I'm not supporting President Weah, but he shouldn't lie on the party to say the party not living up to the agreement. You are now being part of the agreement, now being part of none of the arrangement. So why will he come out and lie? He's very deceptive, and I hope that the people of Nima Kande district number 4 can reject him, because he's a bold-faced liar. So that how I wanted to respond to him. I don't even want for it to pass without me responding. That man shouldn't be taken serious.
I personally know a lot of things about Koga, so we'll try to unleash some of them since you want to go that route. We will start to bring some of his, we'll take that from out of the closet and just let the folks know who is Koga. But like we said, folks, we are set and ready to go. Let's go to our studio guests now, because I see their faces. They are ready to descend. So let me start with you. Your name and what's your position?
Yeah, for the public. My name is Ransford C. Parson.
Please speak into the mic. Just get closer.
For
Okay.
the public,
Hmm.
my name is Ransford C. Parson,
Okay.
and I'm the chairperson for the Indomitable Intellectual Army of the Blue Revolution, CBC.
All right, you?
I'm Renis F.G. Wallow. I am the Deputy Secretary General for Administration of the Indomitable Intellectual Army of the Blue Revolution, CDC.
All right, folks. Tell us what brought you into our studio today. What are you here to talk about?
So, the Intellectual Army of the Blue Revolution is a firebrand intellectual group that is solely responsible to propagate President Weah's message, and whosoever that is on our party's ticket to propagate their messages so that they can be re-elected.
So tell us, you talk about people on your party ticket. All right, folks listening, they want to know why these people you are talking about.
So When I say people on our party's ticket, specifically where we found ourselves in the CDC and we found ourselves in district number 16. So we propagate the message of the current lawmaker, Honorable Desmond Wabisibo, Honorable Sahari Joseph, and President Weah.
Let me ask you this question. In the district, that is where I do have my voting right. And I see a lot of folks from the CDC who did not make it to the primary, and they decided to go independent. One is Mr. Edward Ford, who served the district for 12 years under the CDC. He's now going independent. And another lady who is also a member of the CDC, Patricia Jeter. And what do you make of that? You know, because what we're hearing, the news that we are hearing from the district is not, you know, encouraging. You know, where you have people from the CDC are divided. You know, the votes will be shared. How do you see this?
So first of all, in my mind, the definition of political party is a group of people with the same ideology.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody goes against a party's ideology, definitely you are not a member of that party, because those parties' member believes in the ideology of the party. So as it relates to those who call themselves seditions and then they are protesting as independent, in our mind, in our party, nobody goes against the party. Once somebody contesting on a party ticket, definitely you're not a sedition.
The folks are saying the reason they decided to take that route is because the promises that were made to them by the current lawmaker, you know, is yet to come to fruition. That's why they decided to go the route they are taking, you know.
So it would have been very, very prudent enough to enter the primary, because let's assume that you say the lawmaker did not do well and then you want to get on the party's ticket. It is incumbent upon you to get in the primary, raise up for the primary, galvanize your forces, and win the current lawmaker, and you find yourself on the party's ticket.
So let's talk about the current lawmaker. Let me go to the Deputy Secretary General for the Indomitable Intellectual Army of the Blue Revolution.
So
You care to speak about some of the tangibles the current lawmaker can boast of that you are here to blow his horn?
yeah, 100%. You see, I sat down quietly and I listened to you questioning the chairperson on people who quote unquote call themselves seditions, like the leg of four, Patricia Jeter, everywhere blank.
In fact, Franklin Siako, I didn't mention him. Franklin is also contesting, and he's a sedition.
Franklin is contesting on a political party ticket. He is contesting on the ticket of the Economic Freedoms Fighter, the EFF.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't consider Frankie as
a sedition. Okay.
So the lack of Patricia Jeter, the lack of Dr. Ford. Patricia Jeter is I don't know which adjective I should use on Patricia Jeter, because I have a friendly tete-a-tete with Patricia, and she told me I'm a sedition. I serve as the vice chair for mobilization at the party here. Because of the party, I was given the opportunity to travel to the US and so forth. Okay, since you travel to the US, what have been your contribution to the party here since you travel to the US? What have been your contribution to the district since you travel to the US? No, you have no tangibles here. You got no contribution here to the party. But you came back, you met the party in a traditional democratic process. You are given the opportunity to participate, only because you say, quote unquote, you will not be given the space because the chairperson of the district will not permit you the opportunity. Then I think you are ungrateful to the party that lended you the opportunity to travel to the US. Because one reason is the vetting process to the primary was not done by the district executive.
Mm-hmm.
All of the vetting was done at the party headquarters, and your name will be forwarded to the district executive. So the district executive was bound to act upon the mandate from the national HQ. So if you will say because district executive will not allow you the opportunity, then you are ungrateful to the party. So Patricia Jetor, in my mind, she's not a sedition, and in my mind, she should not be welcome to our party because the party cannot lay you an opportunity, and then you spit in the face of the party again.
So back to the question.
So
let's talk about the current lawmaker tangibles. First, I want us to, look at the area of education.
Yeah, so people that when there, I can tell you with clarity that this lawmaker, Honorable Dixon Laurisibo, is the first lawmaker to offer scholarship within our district. 12 years, there were no legislative scholarship in our district. No. Even people who serve in the office of our then legislator.
You mean under the
stewardship of Honorable Dr. Edo S4, there was there was never a single scholarship for the office of Honorable Dr. 4. No.
Are you sure about that?
I'm 100% sure. In fact, the evidence are glaring. The lack of territorial, the lack of how you call it, the lists are just many. It's Otto Young for the lack of Otto Young for them. These people are people who serve Dr. 4. They serve him with good heart. To see Dr. 4 go 12 years and none of them can boast of BSc is so sad for us. There's no child, people that win there, can stand up today and say, because of Dr. 4, I'm educated today. No. The case is not different in the case of Honorable Sibo. You get over 400 students studying in our district at the expense of the lawmaker.
At what level are they benefit?
From from elementary to junior high, from junior high to senior high, from senior high to the university level. I am a witness to it. I'm one person. The level of Joshua Porgy is another person. And the list just go on. Jimmy Waller is another person. Kevin Iberry, and the list just go on. So over 400 students staring at the expense of the lawmaker. These opportunities afford the ordinary people, our people in the district, the chance to at least the money that should have been spent for the kids' education, they can be used for another purpose. And that's the kind of opportunity the lawmaker have given our people. And because of that, since we started our door-to-door campaign, these parents have been very much grateful to Honorable Sibo. They have welcomed us with open arms, and the reception we have received from them is too overwhelming. Because to educate over 400 school-going kids in our district is I don't know, I'm going to say unprecedented, because 12 years, it was like a nightmare for us.
So let's look at the issue of health in the district. All right. A lot of people complain about, the hospital has not been given much attention. The Redemption Hospital that the entire bourgeois and other parts are depending on, to take care of medical issues. And the hospital is lacking, some of the basic, materials to, cater to citizens of the district. Let's look at the issue of health.
So the first thing is, it is a fact that Redemption Hospital is one of the vibrant hospitals in our country. But the Ministry of Health, the last time I followed Honorable Sibo workings at the House of Legislators, when summer, the health minister tried to question why there was a reduction within the budgetary allotment to Redemption Hospital. The ministry justification here was Redemption Hospital is a referral hospital, and they see Redemption Hospital in the category of an ordinary clinic in their mind. So whatsoever budgetary allotment that should be given to a clinic will also be fall within that cube. So Honorable Sibo was making a case that no, we cannot place Redemption Hospital within the category of a clinic, because you get Redemption Hospital serving the lack of Bomi, the lack of Kitman, people from Red Light, people even from Mount Gibby, they travel over the GFK hospital and come to Redemption Hospital because there is a reduction in fares. So you can't classify Redemption Hospital as a clinic. He make the case, but the minister bent on her word that Redemption has fallen within the category. So this is where we are. We cannot force her against her will, though. That is what, over the period, despite what is happening within Redemption, when we see what never renege on the responsibility of Redemption Hospital. When the coronavirus hit our country, when we see was one of the lawmakers championing the cause that every hospital here should receive a budgetary allotment or I can call it or supplies or medical supplies that will beef up our health system rather. You get when we see today contributing immensely to Redemption Hospital. At the time, coronavirus time, you get people donating more money to Redemption Hospital, donating some medical supplies, not even to Redemption, but to Cora Clinic, to Divine Touch, to other medical centers around or our district, Stockton Creek Clinic, and the list just go on. So we cannot do more than what we have. What we have is what we work in. What we see what have is what we work in. He make a case to the health minister, a level her to do the needful.
So let's before my colleagues come in, I'm one of the victims, and as a matter of fact, that was the reason why today I'm no longer, a resident of the district, because my heritage was taken away by sea erosion. So let's talk about the erosion issue under the watch of Honorable Sibo. What impact has it made since people's homes have been destroyed by sea erosion? What are some of the things Honorable Sibo did that people can boast of today to stop the sea from taking other homes of people?
Yeah, so that incident was a disastrous one, and it get to everybody, and that is why when it happened, when Sibo put his head in the forefront, he did not only call national government to carry on the coastal defense project today that led from the Corner West community to the Lagoon community, but instead he called upon every victims from Corner West to Popo Beach, from Popo Beach coming down to Funde, from Funde to Florida. Every victims of that sea disasters receive some items from the lawmaker. They receive some rentage from the lawmaker. Every victim receive 6 more rent each. They receive 6 more rent from mattresses. They receive rice and other items from the lawmaker. At the same time, while the lawmaker were putting fire at the back of the national government. Today, we can safely say to you people that the lake of West, the lake of Corner West, Popo Beach, Funde, Florida, and our lagoon is safe today. Our people there are living peacefully. The sea are no longer embarrassing them, and everything is just calm on the side.
All right, so what are you hearing? You live in the district. What are you hearing? I want you to be real, right? Because if you're not real, then it means that there are certain things you are hiding. So I want you to tell us, you live in the district and like you move from one point to another. What are you hearing from the people about the representative?
In our district, the debate against the lawmaker.
I want you to be clear now.
Yes.
I want you to be clear. I know you are in support of the re-election of Honorable Sibo, President George Weah, and Honorable Joseph. But I want you to speak your mind.
Yeah, sure.
What are you hearing from the people? Are they, with you, or they have some mixed feelings?
I can say out of 100%, 95% are with us, and then 5% have some mixed feelings.
So you are 100% sure that Honorable Sibo is going to reclaim the district?
100%. 100%.
You don't have any fear?
There's no fear. The only fear we had is what we are working on now.
And what is that?
And our people, some people, the 5% now, have complained that saying Obosibo get to power, Obosibo cannot visit them at their homes. They don't see Obosibo and so forth. But the case here is, you can't get Obosibo visiting every household in our district. It's not possible. And Obosibo have been one of the open-minded legislator. The house of Obosibo have been open 24/7. When Obosibo is in the district, you get people putting in left and right, carrying on some cases to Obosibo. There is a challenge I'm facing. I'm confronted with this, and he's always serving them.
I'm also hearing, Mr. Deputy Secretary General, from folks around the St. Paul's Bridge belt that, you know, they are not going Sibo way, and you know that's one of the strong, you know, terrain of the district.
So, people that win there, I can tell you for free, St. Paul Bridge is with us. St. Paul Bridge is 100% the ground of the medical relation of democratic change, and they are going the way of Honorable Dixon Sibo. The reason is clear. 12 years back, the people of Creole community have been struggling over that flood incident. During the rainy season, people of Creole community have to walk through the water to come on the main road. Today, the case is different. You get a full-part bridge constructed at the Creole community. So there's no need for people to walk through water now to get on the main road. You can walk through the bridge and then you get on the main road. So that alone, the people of Creole community are grateful for it. You come to the depot for I don't know how many years now since the establishment of the borough. The people of St. Paul Bridge have been renting a deck house, a 2-bedroom house, as a depot, as a means to curtail crime within St. Paul's Bridge. Under the watch of Honorable Sibo, they get a modern police station being constructed right in St. Paul Bridge, serving them, curtailing crimes at St. Paul Bridge on a daily basis. Again, the people of St. Paul Bridge, they are grateful for it. You go down to I could call it the St. Paul Bridge traditional tournament. The St. Paul Bridge is an area they normally have a traditional tournament annually. Since the inception of Sibo Regime, when Sibo has spent over 200,000 plus annually supporting the traditional tournament of the people of St. Paul Bridge. Again, for that, those who love sports, other people who are fanatics of sport, they are grateful for Sibo for contributing in a particular direction. So I can tell you for free, with our intervention done within St. Paul's Bridge is with us, and St. Paul Bridge will vote Honorable Sibo comes October 10th.
And some of the people are saying that your representative is arrogant. He doesn't talk to people, you know, in a good manner. At times, people go there, he frown at them, and all of that. Is that information true?
Not true. Honorable Sibo is a kind-hearted person, people that win there. Very kind-hearted. He's just a straightforward person. They have a heart of gold. If Honorable Sibo was such a person, arrogant, doesn't listen to people, self-centered, people that when there, I can tell you for free, 400 school-going kids were not going to go to school since the inception of Honorable Sibo regime. He could have used that money to build a house for himself. Like 12 years back, Honorable Sibo and Honorable Ford have used his money 12 years to build duplex for himself, build school in honor of his daughter's names, build a mansion within Buffalo community. Honorable Sibo could do the same. But I can tell you for free, people that when they're even now, when we see what it's on a toy, a community toy, every morning, the house of Honorable Sibo is crowded up. Constituents are carrying cases on Honorable Sibo on a daily basis, from morning to night. He had to cater to every constituent that back on his door and satisfy their desire. It may not be 100%, but at least the little he will contribute, they are grateful for it. So those who running with that myth, or people that win there, I can tell you for free, such information is not within our corridor.
So prior to this entire campaign time, was it a scene before we entered the campaign period that citizens would leave their homes and go to the honorable house and the reception were well?
It's a norms. It's a norm within our district. And not only within our district, but within the country. You know, people do not vote you because of a three cardinal responsibility. Some people don't even care about a three cardinal responsibility. They don't know that the only job you got to do is to have an oversight, is to make law for them, and is to represent them at the House of Legislature. So people feel within their hearts that, oh, since I vote this person, it is their right to cater to my social responsibility. It is their right to cater to my domestic responsibility. So you get people going to lawmaker house on a daily basis. It's a norm within our country. And Owossibo is not an exception to it. Every day we receive people at that house. Every day that house is crowded up. Since the inception of Owossibo regime, that house is crowded, and you have been solving people problem times without number, days after days.
So if I got you correct, right? You mentioned that prior to Honorable Sibo coming as representative, Edward for 12 years, there's nobody in that district can boast of a BSc under his watch.
Sure.
Are the two of you also benefiting from Honorable Sibo scholarship?
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
At what level?
University level.
Okay.
So we are benefiting immensely.
Okay.
And not because we are benefiting immensely, so we propagating his message, but because in terms of education, his presence has been felt within the district.
Mhm.
In every community of the 28 communities in New Guinea,
He has a hand there.
he has a hand. So when Owossibo being a big brother who have the love and the admiration of education, and seeing Liberia has a underdeveloped country, number one, high level of illiteracy, number two, he thought it was because the human capacity development is very cardinal. If you want to do anything for anybody, the only thing you can give them is education, because education broadens the mind,
Mhm.
and education help develop a country. Without education, you get dozens of people, you get serious money, you will get clothes, you will get car, you will get any other thing.
Mhm.
Present life will not be transformed because those things will be used, and the human capacity development will be underdeveloped.
Okay, let's come to the issue of the Douala market. I guess Douala market falls within
I got
Yeah.
some questions.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
Shapana, right after me. So what I want to know is there have been complaints from series of people, most especially those who live along that route, those that are coming from Broadway area and all of that, and even the people who live right there. There is a complaint that the road is very crowded with marketers. I mean, when you around that, and most especially on a Saturday, the traffic is just so very jammed, and you cannot get in, you cannot get out. And looking at the road condition and all of that, what is the honorable doing with is he engaging the Ministry of Public Works on uh, making sure that that route is clear, in terms of rehabilitating the road and all of that?
So when Owossibo being a knowledgeable representative,
Okay.
and then seeing such thing is not necessary
Mhm.
and not interfering. So what did Owossibo do? Owossibo, because it is one of his responsibilities, is oversight.
Sure.
He stepped in that, and then tried to have a meeting with the market superintendent, with the market leadership, the governor office, because the governor also spearhead a particular thing, the governor office, and to see how best. It will interest you to know that the market horse, Douala market horse, is not filled with people, but people come outside to sell. So that was the first initiative that Owossibo did. He called the leadership of the market, and then they have a meeting that people should move on the street, because the essence of the market is for the road not to be crowded,
Exactly.
and that people will sell in the market. Upstairs of the market, they get entertainment center. They will interest you in entertainment center, market horse. So up to now, we are still struggling. Owossibo is still struggling to take the people out of the street.
But do you
And
see that as a bad thing? The market building having an entertainment place?
it is not a bad thing, but it is a bad thing when the people who's supposed to be in the market horse is not there. So when they are there, and then entertainment center be there, it will be a fun thing. But entertainment center will not be there. B space is
Yeah.
there while they also. So that makes it a bad thing.
Okay. You can come in with your concern and then maybe we can gauge our followers.
Okay.
Let's hear your turn.
Thank you, Winda. And I want to appreciate the two astute comrade. I appreciate them for their expose, and I think they are on a right trajectory. Winda, firstly, I'm taking a back and from the testimony provided by those brothers that
Okay.
Edward Ford, who is an educator. Edward Ford is somebody I've been knowing from way back. He served at Reed, and I was attending Morgan College. So every Reed and Morgan College as the same AME institution. He served as principal for many years. So he's an educator. He even taught at AME. I don't know if he's still teaching there. He is an educator and he never ever prioritized the education of the young people in our district. This is the man I was caught on tape. You either eat talking about distributing the Marshall County money among themselves. Now he want to be a representative. I don't think the people will look in his direction. And for people to also accuse that this is people of being arrogant, I'm finding it difficult to believe. Because this brother, I see him in a house, knowledgeable, very, very much astute. He knows the rudiments when it comes to parliamentary, and he know the issue when it comes to banking, economy, and finance. But he always jovial over there, laugh and crack joke with his friends. I'm not trying to throw on a great on the bus, but I gotta say this because I want to be arrogant. When he and Grace supposed to go on UL campus, when there was public cry that on Gray and him shouldn't go, he didn't go. It was only on Gray that went. So how will he come and say this man is arrogant? But just to ask my question, I've been hearing rumors in the district because I have my family. I've been hearing rumors that the lawmaker is not living in the district; he's living in Broadville. Can you guys clarify this? Because I've been hearing it for a very long time that he's not living in the district. He lives in Broadville. And I hear you talking about people going to the house. Which house are you talking about when he's not living in the district as being alleged?
So that's a mere propaganda, and it is from the bed of the devil. Honorable Sibo, being a former custom commissioner, he built a horse, and the horse is in Broadville. And then when Osibo currently as we speak, he has a horse in Trawin community. So when Osibo resides in Trawin community, we encourage you to know that every morning opposition.
So where the honorable house is that house falls within the Trawin community from the demarcation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trawin community, Black Acom, Trawin community.
Okay. Go ahead.
So we encourage you to know that early this morning, as 5 o'clock, some group of guys who are not supported on Osibo, just to see if Osibo lived there, they went there and started to sing Battle Cry. And then they saw Osibo come and they said, oh, but a lot of people can be saying, in that dual form. So it is not true. These are propaganda that they want to tarnish Osibo's reputation with, but we are here to demystify that idea. So it's not true. Osibo has a horse into the community. And as a matter of fact, Osibo is a permanent member of Nigudan or the borough of Kutan. He has lived there, he got his education, and then he stayed there.
Okay. So let me ask the last question, William. I hear you guys saying that you guys like predicting that they own an easy ride. But I know that the honorable will win and I support him highly. But the fact of the matter is that we need to be a little bit truthful to the conversation. Because we have people who used to be part of the CDC, they too, they are running. Archie Sano, a staunch member of the CDC, he's running. I also know about Manasseh Konto, that he's a staunch member of the CDC, now he's running on another party's ticket. Then
he's on the Unity Party ticket.
Unity Party ticket, yes. Then we have the other people, the lady you're talking about, and then that guy. But that guy, what's his name? The Franklin. This man
Franklin Siakam,
is
right?
part. Yeah, he's a young man.
He's a formidable force. He's not running on a party ticket because of the bureaucracy and because of other allegations that he made. But he supports President Weah, and he believes that citizens will vote for him. So how can you be sure that the honorable will have an easy ride with all of those factors?
So our surety comes from the fact that CDC owns district number 16. And you're not telling me that somebody is paying your children's school fees and then you want to vote them out. So our surety is from the workings of the lawmaker. Yeah, it's true that Frankie Sako, the rest of Frankie Sako, Dado Ford, they are out there. But even when Dado Ford lost even when Dado Ford 2017 election, being an incumbent lawmaker, he did not even come there. Even though he had a series of resources, he had his influence, he did not come there. So yes, we have many persons in the race, yes, but the fact that Nubian being one of the strongest area of the CDC, and from the workings of Honorable Sibo, we can tell you that Honorable Sibo is destined to win for surety.
So you ain't scared at all. You're sure Honorable Sibo will win?
No way, no way.
So who should be afraid of?
Winia,
For all the names?
Winia,
Yeah.
I'm prompted to ask one more question. If the brother they are saying that is easy, right? Why did he struggle to win the party primary?
There was no struggle in the party's primary. The party primary is a traditional process. There's no struggle in it.
You saw the margin?
We margin, they see margin and made the one that they see margin talking about. The margin may have the other may go city soon. I imagine the margin was
So talking about the primary, right? Honorable Sibo went into the primary with Samuel Weah, and he became the winner from the primary.
Sure.
The current lawmaker. So as we speak, where is Samuel Weah, and what role is he playing for the re-election?
So this is where leadership comes.
Mm-hmm.
Honorable Sibo being a very servant leader, he thought it was to appoint Samuel Weah as the campaign chairperson. And currently, as we speak, Samuel Weah is the campaign chairperson, galvanizing men within the trenches of the borough to vote for Honorable Sibo.
So Samuel Weah is the campaign
Samuel Weah
chair.
is the campaign chairperson for Honorable Sibo.
campaign chairperson.
Respect.
Okay, that's great.
Respect to
Good
him.
news.
That's what we call party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's leadership. I like that. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so folks, here in our studio, we have two young men from the borough of Newcretown, district number 16, representing the Intellectual Army of the Blue Revolution, CDC. And they are here to tell us why Honorable Sibo should be given another 6 years, why President Weah should be given another 6 years, why Honorable Sir Joseph should be re-elected as Senator of Montserrat County. So with the 15 more minutes we have, we can use this time to, interact with you, our listeners. Those of you listening, you want to join the conversation. And please, if you have anything personal with these two young men in our studio, please wait for them. You can meet to your regular place and, handle things. But we're not allow people to call on this radio and, rain down insults on our studio guests, because we'll do everything in our week to make sure they are protected. So we'll go to the lines. Call us on 0776 104 104, 0886 500 104. And if you are outside Liberia listening, you want to join the conversation, you can call us on +231 86 500 104. And because of time, we give every caller 40 seconds. We're not going to give you 1 minute today. No time in our favor. So 40 seconds, right, Esther? And your turn?
Right.
All right. I think 40 seconds is ample enough to
Yeah,
seal your
yeah,
point
yeah,
true.
yes. I think yeah, that's good.
Okay, so let's take our first caller. Hello, your name and where you join us from? Pascal Gible calling from District 15, Logan Town. Let's hear you 40 seconds, Pascal.
Yeah, who was the exactly about I would exactly information that last year I think they learned that Mr. put a student out when he university there. But some of majority of the students document are saying the man possess and he asked them that when they vote for him, they will not pay anything and in return the document over to them. So that was the promise there. So I would hear what of that because he invited more than 25 to some students so far last year. And it's still students document saying a possession.
How credible is this information, Pascal?
Let them go and do farming. Let them go like information and getting them now. There's a free ride.
Thank you. Let's take another person. Thank you, Pascal. They will do their homework. Let's take you, this person. Let's go to the phone lines. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you calling from.
My name is Washington Slope. I call from Diesel.
Washington Slope. You have 40 seconds. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Let me appreciate your CEO guest. You know, when I was there from the election, on the way in which the opposition are taking it, I don't think NSCC can, the more especially the cannot lose that district. So if you observe that even anything negative about the opposition party, they will accept it because it's a party and they're going for it. So we can do over that. And again, look at the 2017 election, the artisanal and the former lawmaker, everyone that contested again on the they were defeated. So that the same thing coming, whether artisanal or the former lawmaker contest, those guys will still be defeated.
Thank you. Let's take you, this person. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, Big Brother Wendell, and let me say good afternoon to your two co-hosts, and also let me extend my greetings to the two comrades in studio. Wendell, let me just speak on one thing that...
Tell us your name first and where you joined the disco from.
My name is Kelvin Even Reason. I join you from district number 16.
Go ahead.
Let me speak quickly on one thing that President Weah Honorable Sibo has done, even though there are many. Wendell, the issue of education is very paramount.
Sure.
The destiny and the future of any country rely on its young people. And if the young generation is not educated, you have a country destined for crash. So what President Weah and Honorable Sibo have done is to ensure that young people have access to quality education. Wendell, today, the first time in the history of this country, we have a tuition-free university at the University of Liberia and all other public and community colleges and universities across the country. When you come back home to district number 16, every year Honorable Sibo sponsor not less than 400 kids in school. Today, in less than 6 years, Honorable Sibo has sponsored over 4,000 young people to have access to primary and secondary education. Even though there are several other young persons who are studying at the university.
Okay.
Including myself, who is now a junior student at the University the United Methodist University.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you, Kelvin. Thank you so much. You made a very, very fine point. And let's take you, this person. Hello.
Good morning. This is Sam from the call.
Sam, my friend and brother, how are you?
I'm bad.
I'm okay, my man. How you been?
I'm praise God.
All right, go ahead. Let's give you your 40 seconds.
Yeah, I think you have to extend it small. I don't think you are test, but I don't think you see it.
You say you want me to extend the time?
I send you a text. If you read that text, you definitely know what I'm about to talk about. Yeah. What happened is that no one wants him.
So what you want me to do? You want me to take you, or I should read the text?
No, don't read the text. I never asked you. I always try to say that I'm going to come to make some clarity.
Okay. Go ahead. Now you are on. Let's get the clarity.
The issue on the line of accessibility. One of the big problems that we have there in the borough.
On the line of why accessibility?
Accessibility, yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
One of the big issues. I made 3 interventions to get to this guy, the Ghanaian Residential Hospital. but he will never avail himself to me. At the end of the day, that was action. Was trying to prevent that action because he knew a lot of the member of the board. But he promised me to even come to the headquarters, to the Capitol building instead of meeting here where he resides. I said, how can I come to the Capitol building while you reside there? I said, just come there. I refused to go. I never went. For that reason, that was action taking here at the Residential Hospital that was never in the interest of the hospital and the government without to have been prevented.
But an invitation was extended you. Why didn't you live up to it?
No, that it don't work that way. You should understand. The issue here is within the borough. He resides in a borough. I live also in a borough. I have residential in a borough.
Yeah, but that's
We have
the
an
seat
issue
of
with
that's the
the
office of the
went to the
lobby,
house.
because you can't.
I called. He said no.
But Sam, I will allot you the time. Let me come in. I will allot you your time, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, I do agree that you live in the borough and the representative also live in the borough. But he told you, come to my office. I will have better time to discuss with you. Huh?
Yeah, I'm getting you. But do you think that was true? That was bullshit because I never voted for him at the
No, but you voted for him to go over there. There where you send him. You send him over there, Sam.
You send a man to the Capitol building. You get a man office at the Capitol building. The message come to the office. Then you say,
yeah, I thank you for allowing me the time. Another issue, you should understand that some issue spending that can be afforded based on one-on-one discussion. Just tell me, make me so time at the house. Who pays my way to go to the Capitol building? It was never my interest, but the interest of the hospital. That's one of the reasons.
Okay.
Another reason again, he said that the minister said to Honorable that it was because of retention and clinic. That's not true. When we ask this question in our board meeting, I'm a member of the Residential Board. He's also a member. Why is it that residential allotment have been reduced? The reason he gave was because of that by 10 residential 1.2 million because of the electricity. The residential was using gas. That was one of the reasons they are not residential have been reduced.
Sam, you need to pay for airtime so you can come and talk about this. So you need some, yeah. Yeah, you need to come and pay for airtime. Thank you, Sam. We can stop right there because of time. Let's take another person. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, Big Brother William, and let me say good afternoon to my colleagues. My name is Joe Wega. I'm the PRO for the Support Preview.
Okay, Mr. Wega, go ahead. You have 40 seconds.
Yes, thank you very much. Big Brother William, I listened to you when you said that Honorable Sibo, Support Bridge people that are in Atlanta, Honorable Sibo, let me respectfully disagree with you. Big Brother, the level of work Honorable Sibo have done in our community when it comes to providing jobs for some of our brothers and sisters within Support Bridge, and also renovating our dry rail market that are very, very desirable, and electrify some of our community within Support Bridge here, like the Twefan community and the Zumata community, and he always every year he conditioned our island cleaning room, and he spent over $9 million in Support Bridge just to send
$9 million United States dollars or Liberian dollars. Oh, right. Okay.
Just to send 4 people, children to school within our community. And he built bridges within Quail and Central Support Bridge to say that the people of Support Bridge are very, very happy about that. Then Honorable Sibo provided loans for our mothers within Support Bridge. So we, from the youth angle, in Support Bridge, we will see the truth, and we actually love people within Support Bridge to follow Honorable Sibo.
Thank you.
Just in the level of what he has done, we need to support him. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. PRO from the youth wing there, Support Bridge. Let's take you this person. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Sorry, good afternoon. Yeah, thank you. I'm there the voice of 12 Kotatigo Junior. And I do join your conversation from Station Mountain.
Go ahead. Let's hear you. You have 40 seconds.
Yeah, thank you. So, let me say kudos to my two brothers. You guys spoke extremely well. Thank you for laying the case of one of Liberia's funniest and 12 years lawmaker on the basin while we see. All right, with those guys, make all of the things, and that alone tells you that the lawmaker have done tremendously well in the course of 5 years, few months, that which we did not experience within 12 years where people squander all of our resources for a self-aggrandizement. Just education alone or the Mosibo has spent a lot of resources. They have spent over millions of dollars just to make sure that the masses are educated.
And you are one of the beneficiaries, right?
Yeah, I'm a proud and certified beneficiary that today I'm a senior student, first another senior student at the Nairobi University reading economics and math.
Sao.
I own that particular degree.
Now, what you can say, Sao?
Yeah, Sao.
Yeah.
So we were getting over 12 years veteran, and not only that, for him to continue his developmental agenda, because I mean,
Thank you.
I appreciate.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's take you this person. Yeah, you're strong. You're strong. Sao.
Let me quickly say hello to your guys in the studio and the library before following your show. You know, I was kind of like comfortably sitting in my listening corner until one of your callers pushed me in the corner of inconvenience and precipitated my call now. It so happened that
You didn't tell us your name and where you calling from.
Sorry. Actually, I'm so sure that West we share one of Nigeria legitimate owners that
What about somebody running behind you? No, don't worry. Just take your time. You will stay. Enjoy your 40 seconds. Yeah.
Today the show is intellectual chat. Today the show is
I know, right?
chat.
I know. Sao.
You know, like I was saying with you, I decided playing the listening role until one of your callers pushed me to break this call. Of all of the tons of people in your district 16, your lawmaker, who you gave an office to at the Capitol building, actually that Capitol building office you gave me, come and meet me there. And you are saying, no? I don't think I get a logic in that.
Mm-hmm.
If there is another thing you have to like go against the member, go against, but you cannot use that as a basis of going against it.
Okay.
I think that is wrong.
Yeah.
I think that is perfect. There is no logic. There is no reasoning in that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the time, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think
And
that was
on a
great
serious
honor.
note,
I think that was a great honor.
exactly.
That was a great honor.
Sam, who is a personal friend of mine, he's a tailor. He has a shop right opposite the Redemption Hospital. And Sam, you just heard. Let's go to the U.S. and talk to Rebecca Sayan. Rebecca, good afternoon from Liberia.
Good afternoon, Winner, and good morning. I just called in to just tell my Liberian people, especially the youth, the way they're speaking this morning. I just called in to just tell them thank you, Mr. Winner. First in our country history, to see the youth, they are not going after money, they are not going after food, but they're going after development. That is a great sign that Liberia is getting there every day. I just called to say and thank you, my people. Development pays a lot. Development can eradicate poverty. When the country develop, investment can come, and everybody can get a job to do. So you guys are on the right path. Continue what you are doing. Go after development. Thank you, Wendell.
Thank you very much.
In studio this morning.
Thank you, Becky. Thank you so much. Amos J. Vincent says education is the key to any young man or young girl. Anyone that gives education to the youth, that person gives the youth the word. And in furtherance to that, Amos, the house that is divided within itself will never stand. Why are they fighting among themselves? All right. So you listen to all. Let me just maybe we can squeeze in because we already out of time. So we got commercials commitment. So let's squeeze in 2 more calls, and then we pat with of our studio guests and leave from here. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to our guests in studio.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name and where you calling from?
Hi to my brother in the U.S. This is Edmond. Edmond Carr. We don't have a say for the re-election of president. We are calling from Dubo Road.
Okay.
Let me say hats off to our brother in the studio. This is what we should keep doing. And let me appeal to the people of District 16. This brother is one of our flow fighter applications. And
and he has the knowledge. He is versatile in the area of finance. So please, whatsoever differences that is there, please try to settle it and allow this brother to come back so they can continue to fight for Liberia. And please go by the president mandate. Because when we go against our own people, you see they build our profile by four representatives. Someone father send the party from the lower or the send it up there, they're laying down there. They don't have interest in it because it's not their interest. But when it's our people are in majority, you'll be able to pass a uniform bill that will be able to be beneficial to us as Liberians. So I'm making you will allow vote from one of our own so that you'll be able to push our interest because the president has all lot of stuff for us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's take our last caller. This person. Hello? Yeah, oh my God. I didn't cut you off or you went up the line. Wow, that was so bad, man. I didn't cut you off. I don't know whether your credit harmonized or what. But you can call back. Maybe we can, But Amos J. Vincent again says, when I come to Liberia, I will look for this lawmaker. He is the kind of President George Nehemiah Weah. All right, so that's it. Let's take you as our last caller, then we go back to our guest and close up. Hello?
No.
Yes, sir. All right, let me just leave you there, and we have Honorable Sibo on the line. Honorable Sibo is trying to, Honorable Sibo, you have to pay for extra time because, you will pay for extra time. Let's go and talk to Honorable Dixon Wulawuli Sibo. Honorable, good afternoon.
Big brother, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
I think the colleagues need to have some bonuses this afternoon. Because they have told the story.
Okay.
I did not have to call because they have said everything humanly possible to ensure that our people are educated enough to ensure that we are re-elected and the president is re-elected and George Weah is re-elected. Right. I was constrained to call because I need to clarify something that was said by Sam, who shot himself in the leg after he was invited by the honorable to his office and he refused to come. Just to make a negative case. He alluded to an issue concerning Redemption Hospital. Mm-hmm. Again, when Redemption Hospital budget was $2 million, I served as the large tax principal director. So the budget of the country evolved also from my office. We were putting the numbers together. And the reason that at that time Redemption was $2 million was because Redemption was solely being run on generator. Okay. And so 1.5 million of that amount was just for generator purpose. When Redemption was put onto the national grid, the case now was that you cannot be having 1.5 million for fuel again. That's how Redemption budget was reduced. I hear the opposition and Honorable Ford giving falsehood that he was responsible for the money of Redemption being at 2 million and I'm responsible for it being at less than what it is now. My point to them is, if you understand financial management and you understand the rationale behind the numbers when you're doing budgeting, you will understand that at this time, because Redemption is not on generator, that's why our money was reduced. Howbeit, what we have argued with the Minister of Health is that in as much as Redemption is not on generator anymore, for the case level of Redemption, making it the second highest hospital in terms of workload, it is important for us to continue to increase Redemption's budget and not to treat Redemption as any other health center because Redemption is far beyond health center. In that case, we'll continue to make, and that's why it is important for us to win again because when we win again, we ensure that Redemption gets optimum for the budget. As a matter of fact, I want to be clear on the record that when we win, because of our capacity, we may be sitting on the budget committee, and at that time, we will ensure that Redemption gets all it needs for us to be operating at the highest point ever. Thank you for having me. I don't mean to take your time. I heard I will pay for the extra time. When we meet in Niku Takoro report, then we'll see what happens.
Now we say, no.
Now we say,
all right, folks, that's the voice of the Talking Do representative of District Number 16, Honorable Dixon Wulawuli Sibo. And Esther, let me just say something. Honorable Sibo and I, we share the same community. We are family friends, all right? Despite me being a big brother to him, but I mean, we grew up in the same community. When I mean family friends now, all right, I had access to a house, and likewise, the Sibo family had access to mine. So that's how we grew up, all right? Well, let's go back to our studio guests. We are out of time, so you can take a minute each and address all of the callers concerned, and hope that will constitute your parting comments. So who's going to take the lead? The
Yeah.
chairman or the secretary general?
So thank you, big brother, thank you. Uh, I think if you go for a Sunday service or you go for a Friday prayer, and then when the pastor say praise the Lord, you get everybody shouting hallelujah. That means the summer was good. Or if you get the Muslims say amen to the prayers of the past or of the imam, that means the prayer going well for that day. So I think the chorus have said it all, for the exception of Sam, who consciousness was spoke to. You cannot get a certain lawmaker inviting you to his office to discuss personal matter, especially on the issue of redemption. Redemption is a professional place. You cannot get, like I said, Honorable Sibo house is always crowded up. So you will not get that one-on-one space with Honorable Sibo in his house to discuss personal matter relative to redemption, which is entirely a professional area. He used a description, come to my office, which is more private. Let's have some private conversation on what you want to address. You said no. The conversation should only be done in your house. I think it was unfair to Honorable Sibo. Apart from that, let me say thank you to everyone who make their calls. And let me say thank you to Man Rebecca from the US. Thank you to Honorable Sibo who weigh in to provide clarity on that redemption case. Thank you very much, Brother Wendell.
Thank you very much. And let's talk to another son of the borough, who is the current press secretary to the president of the Republic of Liberia. Mr. Isaac Solo Kleber is on the line. Isaac, good afternoon and welcome to the Free News.
Good afternoon.
What prompted you to call this afternoon, sir?
Well, I mean, I've been following the program, not only just to the show, but I think I'm on an obligation to call once we are discussing our common patrimony. As you are aware, we all grew up in Newtown. Some people from there, some from Lagoon. And I happen to be from the capital city of Newtown, which is Lagoon. And so when the issues of Newtown is being discussed, as our people say, I have to check me to make my own import.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm happy with the trend of development, most especially the leadership in the environment with this in civil. There are too many people you find in our country, not too many people you find in our country that will reach out to somebody who bitterly went to elections with them, to reach out to them to join, their campaign or to join any group that is in developing the country, no matter which side you come from.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just thought it was to join the folks in studio. They could continue to do a good job because we don't have to make our president vulnerable when it comes to pushing legislation at the capital. And for sure, 100% the president's going back on a single ballot. That's the only discussion people are having now, whether it's possible to be on a single ballot, and that is 100% doable. But the president needs to have people from his camp, people who mean well for our country, people who will not hesitate to push for development like the president is developmentally oriented. So to have our borough living up to expectation, to be seen as the only one and only borough within the Republic of Liberia, I think we need to have Jason Sibo in no uncertain be re-elected to push our own agenda. I'm not saying this to say maybe after Sibo should look at want to know. I have no intention of coming, and nobody going to petition me to say yes, I will do no. The only thing I will work with people who I believe in can develop our borough, people who are willing to go the extra mile at their own expense for the borough, and these are the people who want to see into power at the end of power. So this is what I've just called, and I just want to say thank you for your show. I know you're not only doing it for Texas Sibo, but you're doing it other community where you see that people have to look at Liberia and only Liberia. So thank you for giving the time.
Thank you very much. That's the voice of the press secretary to the president of the Republic of Liberia, Isaac Solo Kebe, who hails from Lagoon Nuclear Town. He says Lagoon is the capital, but who told you that?
We did.
Yeah. But anyway, let's go.
Yeah, so I want to say thank you to the many callers, and Honorable Sibo remains the beacon of hope of electoral district number 16 because he believes in human capacity development and infrastructure development. Vote Honorable Sibo, vote Sahari Joseph, and vote President George Manawia because we share the same ideology. They have love for our country, Liberia.
There's number on the ballot.
Honorable Sibo is number 9, the Chicago.
Okay, the Chicago.
The Chicago.
Okay.
So those that are propagating President Weah messages, and then they say people, sedition should not vote for Honorable Desmond Wabli Sibo or in the name of hypocrisy. We want to tell our electors in district number 16 that that information is misleading and they are not sedition. Once you are a sedition, we believe that you believe in our party manifesto and ideology because we share one common goal, the CDC. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Let me go to the USA and take U-turn. U-turn, let's quickly leave.
Yes.
No time, bro.
So I want to appreciate the brothers and I want to appreciate the honorable. What he did just now, it create my love create for him, and I think that is wise. When you send your meditant lieutenants in studio, you follow so as to listen reaction. So that was good on his part. And I also want to appreciate them. And I think that the best way to go is Jason Sibo. He's well abreast with the happenings on Capitol Hill. He's an astute lawmaker, not just by word, but astute lawmaker by action. So let us go out to vote him.
Okay.
And my people will be back tomorrow. Hope we don't have a guest, but nobody, Koga man, Credence. He's a non-entity. He always then supported Joseph Braga, so his support of Braga this time around is no news. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. And folks, on this note, this is how we conclude this edition of the midweek presentation of the program from the Print News. We've been playing host to the Intellectual Army of the Blue Revolution, CDC, from district number 16, who been here telling us about the unprecedented development being carried out by His Excellency, Dr. George Manawia, Honorable Sir Joseph, and the talk and do representative of district number 16, Honorable Dixon Wulauli Sibo. Thanks to all of you for watching. Thanks to all of you for being a part. And to those of you of YouTube viewers and Facebook, we apologize. We just can't get to your comments today, but we promise tomorrow we'll read them out for you bait by bait. U-turn, thanks for being a part. Esther, we got to go. So, folks, we'll see you tomorrow.
It's always good. It's always good being here.